Decades, researchers have tried to pin down evidence of Bigfoot. The elusive Sasquatch has long been rumored to make its home right here in the Pacific Northwest.
Now, for some people, the idea is pretty far out there, but others say they've seen it and they believe it. Our Emily Burris got an inside tour of a new museum even and a research center that is looking for Bigfoot right here in our own backyard.
Look around the Pacific Northwest, and it won't take you long to spot Bigfoot. But actually seeing a real one, that's a different story.
These are sighting encounters that our patrons have told us about.
Cliff Barrickman, a local Sasquatch researcher who made a name for himself on Animal Planet's Finding Bigfoot, hopes his newest adventure will help track down something closer to home.
But I really want to focus on the Bigfoots here in my own backyard. I mean, I live in the woods outside of Sandy. There are Sasquatches not far from where I actually live. So I want to find out about the habits of the local Bigfoots, and what better way could there possibly be than to open a center around Sasquatches for the local people to come in and tell me what they know, so I can start piecing together this puzzle.
He and wife Melissa just opened the North American Bigfoot Center, part shop, part museum, part research hub, right off of Highway 26 in Boring.
We thought it would be really fun to share the information and maybe learn more about the Sasquatches that are cruising around Clackamas County.
They've started compiling new research, like this fabric find from the Coast Range.
These are the actual footprints that he cut out of the mattress. The footprints tell a story about the animal that left them.
And never before seen video from our area.
It had walked around to the front of the bush and sat down in front of the bush, and she got 9 minutes of footage of the thing just sitting there.
It's not just footprints.
Look at this. Twisted around upon itself several times, and this was found in a line of Sasquatch footprints.
Although they have those too.
He has the second largest cast collection in the world.
Despite the growing popularity of the cryptid, many believers still face a stigma.
Until you see one, it's hard to believe it's something you can't see.
One of the center's recent reports came from a Portland man who didn't want to be identified, worried it could affect his job. He says he was hiking with his girlfriend and horse near Zigzag this summer when he began hearing footsteps and strange sounds.
The horse came walking up, and its ears are up, and it's acting all strange. I'm looking around, I'm thinking cougar.
Waiting for his girlfriend at a river crossing, he says he saw an animal, but it wasn't a cougar.
I see a silhouette of what looks like a giant man in a hoodie, but it couldn't have been because it was way too big. It moved probably 50 feet towards me and was rocking back and forth like this. I kind of panicked. I'm trying to hold the horse still, keep it calm, and I'm not believing what I'm seeing. I'm thinking this can't be it.
Weeks later, he returned to the area and found this large footprint.
I don't care if they believe it or not. I know what I see.
If you look over in this area,
Barrickman's goal in comparing evidence from all over the country, even all over the world, is to paint a better picture of the humongous humanoid, one that could be the next frontier of cryptozoology, literally the study of hidden animals. He says it's becoming too hard to ignore patterns and evidence separated by location and time, sometimes thousands of years.
the word Sasquatch actually came from the Stehalis Reserve in British Columbia.
He says with more research and the new center, it's only a matter of time.
We've only been open a few months, and already interesting artifacts and pieces of evidence have come our way. Who knows what's going to walk through that door at any given day? It could be proof. It could be evidence that no one's ever seen before. It could be something new that tips it over the edge and finally gives us that DNA evidence that we've been seeking.
Until then, you can visit the center and decide for yourself if you believe. Emily Burris, KOIN 6 News.
Okay, you can take a closer look at some of the artifacts at the North American Bigfoot Center right now on KOIN.com. You'll also see how the Oregon State Fire Marshal's Office is using Bigfoot to remind people about fire safety.
And true story.